The money the school board will be voting on is for a portion of the $54 million capital referendum voters approved in 2020. District leaders say they were waiting to use it until after the facility's master plan was approved. It calls for a long list of changes, including closing Clay High School.
Marcia Hummel is no stranger to having to make tough decisions.
I was a board member from 94 to 2010.
As a former South Bend school board member, she voted to restructure the district back in the early 2000s. Now Hummel is stepping back up to slow down a new facilities plan.
Sometimes you do what's right. Do I want to be involved? No. But sometimes when your heart is with kids, you get right back in there and at least try your best to do something, whatever that is.
Hummel is part of a group called Save Clay Incorporated. They're working to save Clay High School from closure.
Do you think that Clay could be saved, or do you think that it's closing?
I think Clay could be saved.
It is recommended the Board of School Trustees accept and approve the
April,
The resolution 9.01 has been approved.
the South Bend School Board of Trustees voted 4-3 in favor of the facilities master plan. It closes Clay High School and makes major changes to grade configurations and feeder patterns at schools throughout the district.
The 7-member board itself has attempted to work and understand, holding many sessions and listening to the concerns of our constituents. Change does happen. Change does not stop.
Save Clay Inc. is trying to slow it down. The group has been growing. It's now a nonprofit and could soon become politically active.
It's an uphill battle to save Clay High School itself. But what's more important here is the impact on the school corporation as a whole from shutting down a school like Clay.
Save Clay and its attorneys say the fight is not only about Clay High School. It's now about holding the school district accountable. It's the only South Bend high school in the county, and a large amount of property tax dollars come from the area.
So there's a strong desire, I think, among a lot of taxpayers out there to find out what's going on.
The master plan, though, made it seem like keeping Clay open, whether for a CTE center or as a high school, was just not cost effective. It would have been $50 million plus.
Cost effective. I think this plan was developed so that somebody, whether it's the chamber or whether it's the school board, are edging that way so they can build the new center.
Save Clay Inc. also has concerns about how referendum dollars are being spent.
They used work to be done on Clay as part of the campaign to get the referendum passed, and then it seemed to have kind of turned their back to Clay now. So that's part of it, for sure.
Well, the numbers are stacked against us in the Clay situation in every which way possible. I mean, and we've flipped it, we've turned it, we've analyzed it in every which way possible, because to be honest, we wanted to do everything we could to not close the high school.
District leaders say they have been transparent.
When we laid out our plan and spelled out, everything that we would do.
In 2020, there were 2 referendum questions on the ballot for voters. One was needed to fill a budget deficit and pay teachers. The other was for right-sizing the district and supporting CTE.
We haven't deferred from that. Everything that we've done has been consistent with what we told the people that we would do.
Right-sizing was something you promised in 2020.
Yes, that and that the community voted for. It was a promise made and a promise kept. Most of the people felt like that was the right thing to do.
Plus, school leaders say it is needed. In 2020, the district was facing a budget shortfall of more than $12 million a year. Without the referendum, it would have needed to make deep cuts. Now the school corporation has 4 more years to right size before it's faced with the same problem again.
Now, in order to keep this going, once the referendum's gone, I don't have any other choice but to right size. Right sizing is also about when the referendum leaves, we need to ensure we can operate.
Save Clay will be at the school board meeting. The group is also asking whether these changes will comply with other laws and are reaching out to the Indiana Department of Education to explore whether Clay Township can leave the South Bend School Corporation. In the studio, Kristen Bean, WSBT 22 News.